Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, and we last time finished off a damn third case that was both funny and frustrating and stupid at the same time, which was the Phoenix Wright clone case. So, finally, without further ado, it's been a while that we could finally start on the fourth case. Because I have been busy with work, sadly, but I think it's about time we finally start, shall we? With some turnabout beginnings. The girl. Let her go. A bridge. A cliff? Someone gonna fall to their death? Shut up! Come closer! And I kill her! Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Bang. And they fall down to the river. Wonder what case is this? Reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Oh. She mentioned she had a first case. Terry Fowles. Charged kidnapping, murder. Sentenced to death penalty. Fugitive motives. After escaping, Fowles met with the murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. He captured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broke out of prison. That was a whole year before me and I ever met. So this is before the turnabout first case? 6 years earlier. Okay. February 16, 9:24 a.m. Alright. So we're gonna do... so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. Never should have accepted this case. Ah! Wait, what? Isn't that the death row inmate? Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia.
I didn't do nothing, I swear I didn't kill nobody.
Terry Fowles, my first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. Why did you escape anyway?
Go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't do nothing, I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere.
But Mr. Fowles, police just recaptured you 2 days ago.
Oh, I'm sorry,
I just told a little lie. Guys, you can't lie in a courtroom. This is what we call perjury, and we can't trust perjury. Oh boy.
I didn't do it, I didn't kill nobody.
I'm sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right?
Ooga! I'm really
sorry.
They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was strict, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear I didn't kill her. I could never do it.
Who that? Days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. And about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. Police believe that Perry Fowles did it. After you escaped, did you meet with a policewoman?
Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped.
So that much is true. He didn't meet with the victim, but why?
But I didn't kill her. But she was alive when I left. She was alive, it's true.
I can trust him, right? I mean, I should? Should I? Maybe? I don't know. Huh. Oh, it's him.
You're not going to figure out the truth by staring at the guy.
Why are you here?
I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big, scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with.
Where is Mr. Grossberg?
Huh, that old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling it in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando.
I didn't say... Oh, so Diego Armando, the finest attorney at the Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me?
No. You got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine an escaped death row convict for our first client.
Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it, though.
Huh, relax, I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well.
Really? So it's gonna be their first case, too. Who's the prosecutor?
However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned a reputation as a genius since the beginning of his law career.
Genius?
Well, it's time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time.
Solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him. But not me. Oh boy. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. Dun dun dun. Alright, 10 a.m. in courtroom number 4. Oh, it is Edgeworth!
Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Fowles.
This guy is not bald for some reason. He has hair. Defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I understand that lawyers from both sides are newcomers.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey.
Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So you're the new prosecutor everyone is talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age.
At 20, Your Honor.
I guess our little kitten has earned himself a much of a reputation yet, huh?
Of course he has his coffee. Come on, Mia. You can't lose not to someone younger than you.
Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how the hell I feel about that, but fuck it, I guess this is how things work after all. But now then, the defendant in this case is currently on a death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon, is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered.
So we're here to determine if Mr. Fowles was responsible for her death.
You got it, kitten. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let us hear your opening statement.
Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant Terry Fowles was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old.
A truly horrible crime, I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted.
Correct. In the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. A witness testimony? The shooter, right?
The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who's confronted this criminal.
She arrested Mr. Fowles at the scene and later testified against him. She says she witnessed Mr. Fowles throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. So Miss Hawthorne's testimony is the one who put him away.
The policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be...
Exactly. The victim, The same victim that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne.
Aha! I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. With only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Aha, the truth is becoming very clear to me now.
Oh God. Huh?
Oh, yes.
It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty. Uh-oh. Object! Wait a minute. That's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor.
Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure if I care for your word, choice, or your tone of voice.
Young people these days simply doesn't know how to respect their elders. Why, you've been younger than me, you damn hypocrite. Dang.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness.
I called a defendant who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. If you guys hear some background noise in the car, it's my goddamn brother playing PT Reload. He's not fucking stopped for some reason. Witness, state your name and occupation.
Oh, Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir.
Of course it's Gumshoe, why am I not surprised? Plus, he has a white coat, too.
I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago.
I don't believe anyone asked you about that, but who cares?
Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes?
What is it?
You're really gorgeous, you know?
Of course. Fucking Gumshoe. Excuse me?
No, seriously, my heart. It's aching for you.
Oh my God, Gumshoe. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache.
Ugh, okay, I got it.
No,
detective. Tell us about the incident. Oh, yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran of the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Oh, yes, sir, I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. This is where the car was. This is where the crime took place. Is this the river? 5 yards. And the river that runs there is the Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he tried to make his getaway, sir. I see. Oh, I gotta... I see. I gotta realize that's a different voice. Bridge located 40 feet above Eagle River. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were ever found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there, Your Honor. It was a smug thing. If you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I am very sure that you'll be very convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on that bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure if I like you wagging your finger at me as though I were some hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir.
Here we go, Mia. Hang on.
Okay, now listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink you nothing for more than tea. Trust me and get ready.
Summary of the incident.
On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to the Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Fowles. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car truck and tried to make his getaway. Mr. Fowles was arrested at a police checkpoint where we sit at the base of the mountain.
Okay. We have... So, blood loss between 4 to 5 p.m. Was she still alive between then? That's the question.
Well, you certainly haven't established the importance of the bridge.
Naturally. He's so fucking smart.
Now, the defense, please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up.
Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee.
I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here.
The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, alright? Especially for a beginner.
I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here.
Huh. You got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got, kitten.
It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all night last night watching.
Alright, let's do some cross-examination.
This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right?
Oh, sorry, I'm afraid I do.
Huh? Nani?
The one who called Sergeant Houghton was the defendant, Terry Fells. What, Nani? The defendant call her? Sergeant Houghton was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Fells.
A note?
Yeah, a top-secret memo that she left in her desk.
Confidential police materials written by the victim? What the fuck is this? Fouls at 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear a white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Dahlia. That name.
According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Fells.
Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me?
Huh. It looks like that judge is even more sure of his victim now.
Why can't we just get all the evidence gathered and we have them? Instead of just revealing it at the fucking trial, you know? That's not how this works. Oh well.
Listen up, never ask a question if you don't already know the answer.
It's that detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person.
Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it was that way because the prosecutor told me to.
Was that a trap? That cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. You didn't have to say cute face, okay, Mia? You didn't have to say that to Edgeworth, okay? I bet Crystal would be livid right now. You know what? I think she already is kind of livid when she already played this game, so. Press again. I bridge up in the mountains, but why meet there?
Because it is a very important place to the defendant, that's why. What do you mean by that?
If you remember 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped the young girl. He was chased onto a bridge and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge.
Very place where Sergeant Houghton arrested and handcuffed Mr. Fells. Huh. Returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic.
Was the body of the victim discovered right away?
Oh yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great, we even got to say, don't move, we got you surrounded.
Of course you did. Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that?
The location was the suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly?
That is true. How the hell did they know? Sergeant Houghton must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? Someone else.
Huh. If that's what happened, then she should have been killed, right?
Harry Fouls, 25, escaped 2 days ago. Valley Hawthorne, key witness.
She never mentioned a phone call from Mr. Fowles, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I had noticed it earlier, maybe she'd still be alive.
I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. Mr. Fowles had a car then?
Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? Naughty! You mean the defendant drove his own car?
No.
No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole from the young couple that had been waiting at the red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves.
This guy sure about how he feels about anything?
It's the fold up the stolen car's trunk.
With the victim.
Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable.
The victim. She was stabbed in the back, correct?
Yeah. Huh. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back.
We're talking about a woman here.
You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back, nice and firm. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there any strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? Here's a photo of the truck, but I don't see anything strange. Do you, anyway?
Hold it. What did the defendant have to say about this photo?
What he always says, man. I didn't do it, I didn't do nothing. That's all he says. And for some reason, he talks like me for some reason, for some reason, this creator of mine is giving me this voice. I don't know why.
I may be watching right now, but I'm not the one who's giving you this voice. It's the game giving you this voice, that's all.
Nothing, I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car.
Phrasing, guys. Come on, phrasing.
It's just what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says... Oh, sorry, I told a little lie. Or something like that.
Huh. Fucking perjury.
Oh, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. Mr. Fowles...
okay. That is certainly some impressive police work.
Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Fowles might just try to run.
What did you mean it was too close for comfort?
The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint.
That was kind of close. Any later, Mr. Fowles could have slipped right by.
Listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony.
A trap?
Walk into the care so you don't need more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh?
No, it's not.
Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards.
Ever famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those. So if we look at the evidence right now... yeah, you don't see she has a stab wound on her back. Wear a white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole troop must come. Wear a white scarf. Does she have? Where's the white scarf? Does she have a white scarf? I want to be sure. The white scarf is missing. Yeah, there is something strange I'm gonna present right now. I think it's the victim's note.
Objection!
Witness!
What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye?
I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I ever actually had to address someone like that.
You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this at all.
It's a learning experience. Apparently the tutorial was from the second case, but for some reason it's in the first case, so.
Say there, Miss Little Kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy?
Candy?
Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee.
Come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective.
Yes, ma'am.
This photo. You said there was nothing peculiar about it, is that correct?
Oh yeah, that's what I said.
Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim.
The note?
It was very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. Yep, that was pretty obvious. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like, thus this special request.
Oh,
I have one simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo.
Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am.
And you stopped there? You should have looked for it.
Ugh.
There we go, Mia.
The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this?
What is he thinking of this time?
I see the defense is a little lacking.
Huh?
The scarf you are searching so desperately for. It's...
I'm dying.
Is it this one, perchance? Where did you find that, sir?
Of course he reveals it right now.
On Dusky Bridge. I was there first to decide I might conduct my own investigation. Why did you tell me this before? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personnel satchel. It's the safest place I know.
That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic.
It's not exactly white as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. It looks like it spent some time in the mud. Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day.
Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding that scarf the entire time.
The court will now accept the scarf into evidence.
Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is alright with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Oh, I would like to wrap this scarf around his swarmy little neck right now.
Very good. Now, if we're done here with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to a conclusively with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Fowles did indeed meet on that bridge that day. Further, we will just show exactly what occurred there. That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it.
I'm gonna fucking save right now before anything bad happens to me. Everything is moving at his whim.
Forget kidding. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius.
A genius, huh? Second witness testimony. Okay.
Actually, there's a eyewitness, who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the victim wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell down.
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm looking at this photo. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. There's about 40-foot drop from the 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. God, my voice is hurting right now. I'm so sorry, guys. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. A potential witness. Why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, They said they absolutely did not want to testify.
That person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. So delicate, in fact, that they didn't want to come here at all. You know, that's so flawful right there, that they don't want to come specifically. Okay. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify.
I'm not sure how I feel about that right now.
Seems to have taken by the witness. So as you can see, Terry Fowles had both the motive and the opportunity. And I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge.
The truth is very clearly as precise to me right now.
Huh?
Alright, yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty.
We need to see this witness testimony first. Not again, that's not fair. I haven't even done any cross-examination yet. What do you mean, Come on, let's just do it. You hear the fucking Persona 3 music in the background?
Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place.
Hold it! Who is this eyewitness?
She's a college student.
A female college student?
That's right, meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am.
Why are you sound so excited about female college students?
She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her.
You idiot. Maybe so, but as the attorney defense, I have the right to cross-examine her.
Objection!
For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all. What is that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student.
A female college student, eh? It means she's female and a college student.
Yes, it's so obvious, Captain Obvious. Fucking gumshoe, you stupid idiot. If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have give us a good reason why.
Please tell us more of the divisive evidence in question.
This photo was okay. With the scarf. What a hat. The victim is wearing a photo and scarf for the photo, right? Let me see the evidence we have. It's the same photo. She's wearing a hat though, which is like pretty odd. So about the witness who took this photo, what was this person doing all the way in the mountains?
She was taking photos of the wild flowers, apparently.
There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say that it's because of the spirits that live there.
Spirits? Now that you mention it, now in this photo, this cloudy fog-like thing, is it a ghost? I don't believe it.
No, Your Honor, no.
I don't think it's a ghost.
Drizzling, huh?
That's right, there was a light rain coming down. This whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that is courtroom right now. Haha.
Awkward silence right now.
Oh, looks like a cold front just moved in.
In any case. The point is that the area was quite damp, and there was even some fog.
I even slipped and fell while I was on that bridge. It was really something.
Huh? How do you go from behind? Is that part of the witness's testimony as well?
Of course it is. He pushed the victim so hard in the back, she fell down right on her stomach.
I remember that happening once myself. It was really hold on, that looks like a flaw right now. Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Or doesn't that mean you're getting pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian?
Huh. save your nasty look for the right person.
Huh?
Take a look. Baby, the court record seems to have wet itself.
Yeah, I think people are not seeing. Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. Court record, huh?
That must have been when the scarf fell down.
So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh?
Well, that's what the witness said. Well, it looks like she didn't remember anything about the scarf. From what she said, she sounded like a pretty violent fight, ma'am.
The area was wet from the rain. The bridge was probably wet, too. She explained why the scarf was all covered in the mud, but there's something about this testimony that's still bothering me.
Talk about a surprise. I had no idea there was a photo.
There's something wrong with the testimony right now because of that photo. So what do I do?
You really still believe him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean.
Of course I do.
So the little kitten believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is very obvious. And what you believe is the truth. And that means that somewhere hidden in that testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That is your chance.
Yeah, I believe this is the statement number 4 is the... I feel like this is the evidence. No? It's evidence established that the defense is lying, you're right? Don't ask me to confirm your facts, I got it wrong. Sorry, this is my first time handling a case. Well, let's make that a memorable occasion with a penalty. Ugh. God damn it. God damn it, of course. And here I thought he would go easy on me because I'm new. This is obviously the contradiction. But that must have been when the scarf fell off. Oh! Something's up with the... Let me see the evidence. We have the crime photo. Where's the hat, though? That's the question. If we look at the witness photo... Feels like something is definitely wrong. And it has to do with this damn photo. Okay, I think it has to do with the crime photo. Okay, it definitely has something to do with the crime photo. I must be right on this, right? Objection! Yep, I was right. So at the time of there was a light drizzle coming down, correct?
Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere.
Huh. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere.
But this is the photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk.
Considering the conditions of the scene of the crime, something is definitely not right.
Oh, by all means, please enlighten us to what isn't right. What is about this photo about the trunk that doesn't fit the conditions that day?
Her head? No? Wait. You said it was raining, right? Wait. Wouldn't this be soaked? At all? What the fuck? Wait, now that I think about it, if they said it was a light drizzle, why wasn't she wet? Take that! Naturally, the answer is right here.
The victim's coat. As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about it.
That's exactly what's strange. Recall that testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and it was foggy. Dusky Bridge was all wet. And if the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on the top of that... Oh, she fell on her stomach. Okay, I completely forgot about that. Then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud.
That's exactly right. The other day I fell on some muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was found.
The fuck is a playoff? Is that a fake beard?
I do admit that the crime scene that was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If your honor had fell in the shower instead of a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet but not muddy.
Why is he roasting the judge?
Fortunately, I've yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day?
The surface of the bridge, huh?
A real man wouldn't stand for a thought like this.
I would a real woman.
Oh?
Of course I can.
Huh?
Here's the evidence that proves that the surface of the bridge was muddy. I think it has to be this photo, no? The evidence is...
Wait a minute.
What is it? Your timing is terrible.
If you present that evidence, it would be like jumping into a 100-story building into a bubbling pool of magma after tying a 10-ton boulder around your neck.
What is that supposed to mean?
To put it simply, it would be suicide.
Why didn't you just put it simply in the... What do you mean, suicide?
Is your little chat finished? Can we move on now?
Yes, I've changed my mind.
Life is short, Miss Fair. Hurry it up already.
Fuck! What? What do you mean that evidence is suicide? The fuck? Huh? What do you mean the evidence is suicide? Is it the scarf? It really is a scarf, isn't it? What? The crime scene photo wasn't evidence enough? The evidence is the scarf.
Oh!
It should be pretty obvious. If the scarf fell on the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud.
Grr. No, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo.
Hey, same to you, buddy. Damn, they're having a rivalry right now.
Miss Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me. I do admit there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction?
Huh?
For every contradiction, there's an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we?
Alright, it's not like he's really giving me a choice here.
Huh, you're doing pretty well for a little kitten.
Mr. Armando.
No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence. It's one of those three.
One of those three?
What is it you just said just now? I'm not sure I like that.
That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it.
This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into the court.
Oh, no. That's what old Edgeworth would have done.
But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence and the flimsy scam it really is.
Yes. False evidence in this case is... the witness's testimony, no? It is no-brainer. Obviously the witness that's suspicious. During your earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a very crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen?
Oh yeah, that's what the witness told us.
that testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all.
That's true.
Huh, it's not just true, it's the truth. Was there a truly decisive witness in this case that I'm certain that boy wonder over there could have called them in the first place? Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all.
You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Brutal truth? Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention from hiding the witness from the court. We are to present our witness at any time.
Very well, please bring forth your witness at this time.
What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth?